car coming at you on pit road, Marty.
Yeah, Adam, and you can imagine how frustrating it's been inside the car today. We have a spin on the track, Adam.
Dave Blaney going to bring out our 4th caution of the day. Dave went around the other day in qualifying. Similar spot on track here.
Yeah, this caution, this is not what those drivers at the front of the field wanted to see, because they were within about 8 to 10 laps of needing to make their green flag stop. I think the
drivers that did not pit under that last caution, and as you saw, they all stayed out. Caution for Dave Blaney. The free pass here goes to Matt Kenseth.
They moved, and he couldn't move for whatever reason, whether the tires spun. Junior is,
big trouble. Long pond straightaway. Damage for Casey Kane and others. Greg Biffle with some debris on the front of his grill, and there's Carl Edwards, 2-time Pocono winner. 7th caution of the day.
Yeah, he obviously they had some trouble over the turn there, and a 5 car. Obviously, when he got to the corner, just couldn't get a turn, run up next to the wall again.
Casey Kane started 27th today, was running 12th when the incident happened.
See the window net drop down and Casey unbuckling.
Yeah, there was that gets pretty intense. When we get within 20 laps to go, these restarts get intense, and you've got to make something happen. Harvick came from, 20 or 30th, 31st, and he's all the way up to 22nd. Obviously, he made something happen on this restart with those tires.
Coming off of turn 1. That's a hard kiss.
Yeah, the 18. Wow. I don't think the 18 knew the 5 was out there, and I think the 5. It looked like the 5 just jumped up the racetrack to avoid the 18.
And you see the 99. Someone had to have gotten into the back of the 99 to spin him back across the racetrack that way, because he was really behind everything.
And I'm not sure how much damage Greg Biffle got, but the front end of his grill was carrying some debris.
Yeah, maybe there's another angle when we can see what exactly happened to Carl. It looked like, as you see, he's in the wall.
Yeah, the second. Yeah, that's the second. And obviously, probably his brakes weren't working.
Yeah,
because he hit the wall so hard, and that second hit hurts harder than the first hit, even though you're going slower.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you've taken all the crush out of the car.
And you see him right here. He's on the outside, and you can't really tell, but it looks like he and the 18 get together and go out.
You see Carl.
Carl clips the back of him. Carl clips the back of him as he comes down.
Yeah. Looked like the 99 got on the brakes trying to miss it.
Yes.
Slid sideways and then clipped the tail end of the 5 car.
Now watch the second hit here. I mean, it almost looks like he doesn't have any brakes, Kyle, because he wasn't slowing down there, and it probably broke a rotor on that first hit, the brake rotor.
And
carry so much speed. Oh, we got somebody sliding up the
into the wall. Brian Vickers, the 2009 winner here, nearly came back down across the field and nose first into the wall.
Boy, he had that thing saved, Kyle, until it. Oh no! What?
No.
Guys, yeah, we're tore pretty good.
Now he's really done.
Yeah. We also saw the 4 car outside the black part of the racetrack and up into the gray area. I don't know if it was slick when they got there, but there's 2 cars that stepped out. Now, obviously, a lot of cars worked through it, but 2 cars were really out of the groove in a place where we haven't really seen them all week long, up in the gray area.
Window net is down, and you see these safety workers there with Brian Vickers. The car that came through and hit him, that was the 32 of Travis Kvapil, and here you see him coming down pit road. Huge damage to the right side of his car.
And for you people at home, a lot of cars made it by. Travis didn't, and you think, what was he thinking? The thing was, I think Travis committed to the bottom of the racetrack. And just as we've talked before, when you're down there on the flat, at 150 or 60 miles an hour, you can't just stop the car or turn.
This is going to be Kurt Busch swinging way down to the inside. Black and red car.
And watch where the 4 car goes into the corner here as we pick up the 55. The 4 car is outside the groove up in front. You see 3 or 4 cars that are above the area where they normally run. I think what Brian did, he got out there and stepped out. He tried to save it. He didn't have the whole racetrack to save it. There's so many cars coming back, he had to correct to the right and go back up the racetrack.
The only thing I don't understand about this, Kyle, is you look at where this wreck happened. it just seems like some of these guys could have slowed that thing down a lot more. Although, you know, Travis was already in the grass.
Travis,
right, he had committed.
Yeah, he had committed, and you can't stress enough to people at home. At that point in time, he's still running 130 or 40 miles an hour on the flat and in the grass.
Yeah, the 4 car was up high. It looked to me like the 55 just kind of pushed up there, and he got.
If we see it again from another, if we see it again from the. You see the secondary here. You see these guys. Travis is already committed at this point. He's in the grass. Boom. He tries to turn even at the last minute, and there's nothing Travis can do at that point.
The whole side of that car off.
About being the racetrack, it's strictly air.
Oh, but I still think there were some guys, Kyle, that looked.
Whoa, trouble again. That's the rookie Kyle Larson spinning down the back straightaway. Casey Kane also sideways.
I just think it's slippery up there.
Yeah,
I mean, I think to your point, there's some guys that went up there, and I think it caught them off guard. But they had nobody in front of them, like the 4 car.
Yeah.
I think once you get somebody in front of you, it even compounds the issue.
Yeah, and let's go back. These guys, this is. It looks like they've never seen a racetrack before. If you watch the way these 2 restarts have gone, but they've not run this close together through these corners in these packs like this in all week of practice. You just don't practice restarts in this type thing. So whatever's going on with the low air pressure, with the tires, with everything that's going on, and these guys are running into each other. Okay, so for whatever reason, I think we saw Kurt get into the 48, and these guys look like they got turned out of the pack. We see the 48 on the bottom right here. He just gets free right there. Free, works it up the racetrack. Runs, who's he pinned on the outside wall?
Martin Truex Jr. got some damage.
Got pinned on the outside wall. And then I think the 5 car probably let off and got run into from behind and spun around, because that's what happens a lot of time.
We'll find out right here. On board with Casey Kane coming off a 2.
Inside. Back in second frame. Pick up, stay to the top, stay to the top.
Yeah, in that situation like that, you don't know whether to hit the gas so you don't get run into, or slow the car down because you're going to run into something.
See if Kane got any damage here. He might have gotten lucky on this one.
I think it looked like Kyle just got. I don't know though. He had some damage on his bumper there, rear bumper.
And that might have been from a little bit of contact with Martin Truex Jr., who eases out into the wall. Watch outside here.
He could have had the 5 end of it from that angle. It's just awfully hard to see. This may give us a better shot here.
Clear.
Now, he lost it by himself first. And then the 78 got into him.
Looked like Danica Patrick also lost control of her car for a moment.
Yeah. There was another car back, as you said. I couldn't tell whether it was Danica or who. Right back there, just in a 4-wheel drift to the outside wall right there.
Actually, no,
that's not Danica.
Danica's
on the inside. Whatever that green car is, it's Ricky Stenhouse.
Isn't it?
17 of Ricky Stenhouse Jr.
Ricky Stenhouse. He was already sideways in a 4-wheel drift behind this pack. So the racetrack is
under caution for the 4th time today. David Reagan got turned around over between turns 3 and 4. He was running 35th. Not the Father's Day he was hoping for. He and wife Jacqueline welcomed their daughter Julia into the world earlier this week. We congratulate them on that, and unfortunately the spin, not a lot of damage. He'll come down pit road here.
Yeah, he's out there by himself, already sideways at that point. Just looks like it stepped out. Right in front of Kevin Harvick there, and you see the 22 of Joey Logano.
2 machinists fast, going a little wide here, but he's good right now, Ralph.
Adam, if you talk to the crew, we got a yellow.
That's Brett Moffitt. Caution out for the 6th time today. Moffitt able to keep it on the lower end of the track. The 21-year-old from Grimes, Iowa, making his 2nd career start. And this week it was announced he has signed a development deal with Michael Waltrip Racing. Going to do a lot of testing with the team. He was 24th, 1 lap down when he got turned around.
Well, when you're underneath somebody like that, Kyle, you know, it's just you lose the air on the rear.
Yeah, he lost.
You're turning.
He lost it and started chasing it up the racetrack. Did a good job of keeping it off, trying to keep it off the guys on the outside of him. Everybody did a good job missing him right here because he comes right back down the racetrack.
So under caution for the 6th time, we'll take a break. First, let's hear from.
about this young man. I asked him just a minute ago, how much help do you think that rear bumper being gone is? They said, we can tell you one thing for sure. That kid's up on the wheel, driving the wheels off of it.
Trouble on track, Ralph. 7th caution of the day, Eric Almirola, who started inside the top 5, and Denny Hamlin, a 2-time Michigan winner, go around. Wow.
It's not good. He's stuck.
That's like the front end of a front end loader digging in there.
Almirola was 19th on the lead lap, and he is stuck.
Yeah, Denny lost it. Yeah, Eric with him.
Denny was just right there on that quarter panel, and when the thing kind of stepped out, it stepped up into the 43 car of Eric. Eric, wrong place, wrong time.
Denny Hamlin, top 5 the last 2 weeks. Really struggled fighting this car all weekend long here at Michigan.
And Eric did a great job keeping it off the wall, and then I think just
got one off, and that is Matt Kenseth. Hard hit as he came down.
Wow.
Caution is out for the 4th time today.
The tire barrier.
I don't think he'll be driving that one back, Matt.
It's a radiator on the ground in front of him.
He just got the front end of that thing.
Yeah, it looks like he just got turned to the right out into the tire barrier there. And you saw
Which we've seen that happen before. It's so easy to do. You get somebody on your right rear quarter panel, and
he was 13th on the restart. Good to see the window net is down, and Kenseth is okay, because you don't see hard hits like that at Sonoma very often.
And was having a pretty good run by Matt's standards out here.
Yeah, he got hooked in the right rear, and that's, what was it? Was it Kurt Busch or somebody? I remember a few years ago, got in that same area, same deal, got hooked.
And you see him right here. He's on the outside, and Junior gets up over the curb before he gets there. Junior gets into his left rear, but at the same time, if we have that other shot, watch Junior's right side of Junior's car as he hits the curb.
Boom, and it knocks him into
it knocks him straight to the left, straight to the left. And we've talked about it before. It is really tough to go through this area of the racetrack side by side. There's just not enough room. And when Junior's right side.
Jimmy Johnson getting another one inside of Clint Bowyer as they go to turn 11. Move Jimmy Johnson up to 3rd now, and Bowyer goes around.
And he gets clobbered by Zed Harvick.
Nowhere to go. Contact in 11. And look at him, the track position. You continue to lose it. And finally, Bowyer able to pull away, and Harvick's left front is crushed.
Yeah, and that is so frustrating for Kevin, especially when you feel that the pit stop may have put you in that position.
And that's exactly what I was going to say. Here Harvick was put in a position and put in a position late in the race that lost all that time on pit road, back in the pack where he didn't need to be, and gets put in a position to get taken out by somebody else's mistake.
And you don't think about, well, it's only 2 or 3 spots under a pit stop, but that's exactly what it could set you up, especially in the end of these races on these road courses. We've seen it so many times. They could go green forever, but the last 15 or 20 laps, we seem to see a lot of cautions because everybody's aggressive.
You see the 48 go in, he just gets nudged, and then Jamie gets in there, and Jamie's into the 15 and just goes ahead and takes him out of the way.
Yeah. And then Harvick had no place to go.
But yes.
Yeah. And frustration on 2 different levels. Harvick trying to win for the 3rd time this year and prove that he is the guy to beat for the championship. And Clint Bowyer knows if he can win today, he can put himself in the chase.
And Bowyer, you see him get back in the 48 here, but he got off the 48. If you watch Jamie gets in him and then kind of finishes him off here.
Yes. Yeah, and he's got a flat left
rear.
Left rear.
Yeah.
The 15 car had a flat left rear at that point.
So that could be why Jamie finished him off, because he saw that.
Yeah, you see him start around the corner of the 15, and he's got nothing right there, and boom.
That's an ugly picture when you're a driver.
Yeah.
Pointing the wrong direction on a racetrack.
Right now with Kevin Harvick into the corner. Under caution for the 6th time today. Brian Vickers, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. got together coming off of turn 11. Let's go back and see as they make the turn off the corner and head toward the start-finish line.
Yeah, Vickers just ran into Stenhouse, which I'm sure that was something that Stenhouse had to do prior. That looked like a little bit of a payback for something that happened before we caught this wreck.
Saw it there on Joey Logano's machine as he came toward turn 4. We got trouble. The rookie Alex Bowman goes around, and Jamie McMurray right behind him, nowhere to go. And there might have been contact with Casey Kane.
Jamie slowed down. We saw Eric Almirola slow right there. Jamie and Eric, we had watched them. Oh my God,
that's a lot of damage.
And Jamie was having such a good run. And Jamie slows down, and behind them, they don't get slowed down in time. And obviously, just an innocent victim in this.
McMurray was 7th at the time of the accident. When we talk about the importance of points, Eric Almirola inside the top 10 was 8th. He got damage. A guy like Jamie McMurray needs points. He was 19th in the championship coming in. He still had a chance to rally and get a chase spot based on points. And unfortunately, he's probably going to lose a lot of ground here tonight.
I think that's going to take more than a tire change.
Yes. It's going to be interesting to see how this starts here.
Replay off of 2.
Yeah, he just got loose there. And you see Jamie's trying to get it woed down. Boy, there's nobody even close to Jamie at that point.
Oh.
And then you drive into a wall of smoke.
And you can't see. You saw the 43 way back here. And the 43 goes to the left and goes low, but there's so much smoke. Oh, he comes up and runs into Jamie, and then the 5 car of Casey Kane has no place to go. But look how thick that smoke is. The 43 can't see. He comes up the racetrack, gets into the 1 car, and then the 1 car obviously is stopped at that point in time. Almost started slowed down at that point in time.
I don't know if this will give you a shot out windshield, but
a lot of smoke. He's up top.
Yeah, look how everything just turns white right there.
Yeah,
you just can't see anything. When the 4 tires are locked up in front of you like that.
Almirola had finished top 12 in 3. Caution for the 5th time tonight in the Quaker State 400 presented by Advance Auto Parts. The reason for the caution, the 33 of David Strimmy. 3 laps off the pace, and he got turned around. Was he just going up to try to get out of Brad's way and got the marbles?
That almost looked like he may have had a tire going down. He looked like he was kind of chasing it up the racetrack to me, because that thing just shot up there. So
pretty good job to save it, really. I mean, he didn't hit it hard. Close call for the man who's running 2nd right now, Joey Logano.
Watch this 33. Watch him here. Check up. Watch him. Just check up. Caution. Watch him. Don't know where he's going.
Kind of looked to me like the left rear looked like it was a little bit low.
Yeah. Free pass under this, our 5th caution of the night, goes to Casey Mears.
Rickon behind you here. Rickon.
And now we have a crash. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. involved. Tony Stewart around. And that's Dale Earnhardt Jr. through the infield grass. Carl Edwards has some damage.
Kenseth just about had it missed, and looks like he ran into the 88.
Harvick,
wow,
Johnson,
a lot of good
Kyle
race
Larson.
cars. I mean, a lot of good race cars. Guys in the points.
Wow. 3 consecutive top 5 finishes at Daytona. The 6-time champion, Jimmy Johnson, has damage here.
Marcus Ambrose spun, obviously drove through the grass over to the pit road.
Well, the grass is not the place you want to be today after all the rain that we've had.
Carl Edwards. Wow.
At least 11 cars involved in our first big accident of the day here at Daytona.
We're seeing it for the first time. It looks like Stenhouse got a little bit squirrely. Stewart came up and got into Jeff Gordon there. Looks like Stewart was just trying to avoid the 17.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to tell from that angle, but it looks like Stenhouse, as he gets squirrely, comes down into Tony a little bit. You see Stenhouse up next to the wall, sideways, comes down across, taps Stewart. Oh.
Yeah, no, Jeff was trying to avoid this 17 car and got into Tony Stewart.
Yeah, got in the right rear of Tony. Yeah.
Trevor Bayne, who won the 2011 Daytona 500, driving for the Wood brothers, and that 21 car got turned around. And Danica may have gotten a little bit of nose damage, but she did a heck of a job getting through and not getting caught up.
And you watch Tony here. He didn't move much, man. He just hung right. He didn't move at all.
No.
And then he got hooked in the right rear into Stewart, into Ricky Stenhouse. But Tony was doing what he needed to do right there. He would have gotten by that without any problem if he wouldn't have gotten tagged by Jeff.
Yeah, Tony. It didn't appear that Tony ever turned the steering wheel, and as he got loose, he came over, but he never even tapped Tony. It was the 24 car of Jeff Gordon thinking something was going to happen, and going ahead and anticipating the move and getting into the right rear quarter panel of Tony.
Talk about the drivers looking for their first win of the year. Tony Stewart, Matt Kenseth, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., all involved in that one, as was the rookie Kyle Larson.
Boy, and that's just one of those decisions you got to make a split-second decision, and you're either a hero or zero on that one.
Yeah.
You just think you think they're going to be wrecking in front of you, and you have to react.
Yeah, and it's just that anticipation. And on pit road during the little bit of rain delay, Carl, as we watch this wreck again.
Go in the middle. There's up high and low. Come through the middle.
Yeah.
Hold it right there.
Junior
just got run into.
Yeah, he just gets jacked up right there because they're 3 wide. They're trying to slow down and looking in front of them. But it's like Carl and those guys said, we're a little bit envious of how that 17's working in the high line. It wasn't working perfect.
Watch right in front of you. Stay high. Stay right in front. Easy. Go high. Go low.
Wow.
He almost had that thing cleared.
Great job. And he got run over. You could hear him get hit from behind, but he did an incredible job of making it that far.
Watch Danica drive through this mess.
33 back 2. Check up just a little. Watch him back down real slow. Back down. Hard. Center the middle here. Middle. Top. Go high. Back it down. Down. Yeah.
Jeff Gordon's.
Very true.
Outside lane, hanging tough here on the restart.
Oh, here we go.
Got trouble. That's Casey Kane that goes sideways. Joey Logano nowhere to go.
Oh, my.
Clint
Half the
Boyer
field
through
is
the grass.
gone.
The big one at Daytona has happened at lap 97.
That is the huge one at Daytona.
Justin Allgaier.
Oh, and the
Denny
18
Hamlin,
gets on its roof.
and Kyle Busch rolls upside down.
Wow.
See the 26 car of Cole Witt, the 38 of David Gilliland.
Just having a good old time over here. Just hanging around. Okay. Just stay buckled up. Let them get you flipped over here.
That's Kyle Busch. Yeah, there goes our antenna on the onboard of the 18. Kyle Busch. And that was I think the slowest rollover
and the latest
I've ever seen.
It was almost like a delayed reaction to the crash. Saw rookie Ryan Truex backing through your picture. He had damage. Safety crews are there.
And let me tell you, that, when you're upside down in one of these cars, Kyle, because you're so buckled in. Let's take a replay here. It looks like the 16 got into the 5 a little bit too hard and just turned him. And man, talk about getting piled up.
Watch the 3 car when we get another replay of Austin Dillon come shooting up through the middle and trying to avoid the accident.
26 of Cole Witt just got into the 18 to turn him over.
And watch Danica in this outside line right here. She and the 2 car of Brad Keselowski. Wow, that 1 car's up in the air right there.
All 4 tires were off the ground.
He just launched.
It's That was perfect. I mean, she just slowed it down enough to let everything clean off in front of her, as Brad did.
As they got to the corner, as you get to these corners, once the cars go up, they will come back down.
Especially when they slow down.
Yeah, when they slow down, they just come back down the racetrack. And that was, she was in the right place in this line to be able to whoa her car down, not get run over from behind, and just kind of right there, she's nose to nose.
That Austin Dillon that got through that? That three-car, man, he did a nice job getting through there as well.
Nice job by him.
We ride with Kyle Busch, who at the end of this mess goes on his roof.
22's pushing to 41. Easy, easy, easy. Get lower, 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 lower. We're in it.
Right here. And it was just because his car was on the banking and on the apron, just at the right enough angle for somebody to just kind of toss him upside down.
She runs up on the outside there, gets into the front, just gets hit in the back by the 26 car that ends up hitting the 18 car. So she's probably got a little nose damage and a little bit in the back of the car.
Second time today really she's dodged a bullet.
Yeah, from the end car here.
Stay high, back it down, 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 back it down.
Just barely gets into the car in
Still
front of her. I think that's the 38.
No lane. What do you got here? What do you got?
That's a good job.
And it just opens up.
I got hit in the front back, but...
Really good job.
With Dale Earnhardt Jr., who had just gotten back on the lead lap.
And Dale got it slowed down enough.
Yeah.
To where he could stay away from it.
Okay, around the outside, up by the wall if you can.
That's perfect.
As you look at the carnage as he drives by away.
And that's why you want to be on the lead lap here, because you know if you get the big one, all this. Welcome back to New Hampshire Motor Speedway. Under caution for the first time. It's gone from bad to worse for Jimmy Johnson.
Yeah, it looks like he had a tire blow, and this one finished him off. Now you look at that left rear. When we talk about low pressures, that's probably on going to the flat side. He went in pretty good.
Yeah, and he said
that thing blew.
I think we heard him on.
Under caution for the 5th time. Top of your screen, the lap car of Morgan Shepherd into Joey Logano, who was running inside the top 5 on board with Joey. Despite being in a backup car, he drove his way to the front, but his day now pretty much done. Short track.
Watch these guys at Indy. Somebody's in the wall.
And we've got a caution. Brad Keselowski going to have to go through a restart. The rookie, Justin Allgaier, around in the 51 machine with 4 laps to go.
What happened there?
I'm not sure he didn't have some help.
Got onto the inside of him, pushed him up out of the groove.
Yeah, that's what it looked like. It looked like he had a little help up there. But get back to, you know, that 2-car at places like back at Pocono, Indianapolis.
Yes.
He's going to be tough there, I think.
Well, and Talladega in the chase. He's got 2 career wins at the Super Speedway
but because
in
of
Alabama.
The flat tracks, as good as they're at, there's a few of them coming up.
Let's go back and see if we can figure out what happened to Justin Allgaier. He's already into the wall there.
Yeah, can't tell. It's just kind of too late in there.
It's hard to say. You saw the 34 car of David Reagan. You don't know whether they got together or whether David followed him up there.